No.
Hmm?
What you got going on? So what's the topic? Jesus is God changed my mind.
Jesus is God. Christianity is true. Whatever problems you got with Christianity, man, you can bring them. You're a Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Whatever issues you have with Christianity, you can bring them. If you just want to tell me why Islam is true, you can talk about that, and we can, wherever you want to go with it.
So can you give me the reference where you had that said that Jesus is God? That Jesus claimed that himself. Can you give me the reference where he claimed it himself?
Yeah.
Where he claimed it. Where is that where he claimed it?
Yeah, Revelation chapter 22, verse 13.
Where he claimed it.
Yeah.
Like in the Gospels.
Yeah.
Revelation read how many years after that?
It doesn't matter. It's him speaking.
He was already gone. I mean, you talking about
him leaving the earth doesn't mean he doesn't exist anymore.
I beg to differ.
Why? Do you believe when you die, or or when you go to heaven, for example? When you go to heaven, you're gonna not exist, or you just move to the next life, right?
Let's stick right here. Let's go back to the top where I want to hear where he said himself when one of his disciples heard him. He never claimed himself.
Yeah, this is John.
He never claimed himself.
Yeah, this is John.
He never claimed himself amongst his disciples. He always said,
"Yeah,
I'm the Son of Man."
No. Well, the Son of Man is God. That's another thing. But
everybody, the devil, or the evil spirits called him the Son of God, or God himself, and other people did. He never made that claim himself. I verified it myself.
He never made a claim that what?
He never made a claim himself. He never called himself God.
He never called himself God?
He did. Only thing close to saying that was he quoted Psalms. He quoted Psalms, I believe. I don't want to lie. He quoted a psalm where it said, "Ye are gods." He quoted that.
Okay, well, let's talk about this. Who's the first and the last? The Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
Okay.
Who that?
The Creator.
That's right. I agree.
The one that has no beginning, the one who has no end.
Boom. Jesus says, "I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last." That's Revelation 22:13.
You keep going to Revelation. This Revelation was put in the Bible years after.
No, it was in the scriptures, and it's been in the scriptures. By the church father.
When John had this vision, what was John at when he had this vision?
He was on the island of Patmos. What's wrong with that?
Okay, where is that at?
But wait, what's wrong with that?
Where is that at?
Wait, why does that matter? He spoke with Jesus.
I'm saying it's influenced by who? The same people who was in that region years.
No, John had a vision, and Jesus visited him in a vision and told him who he was. What's the problem?
He had a vision. We talking about a man who claimed he had a vision. A man who claimed he had a vision.
All right.
He's the only person who made this claim. Nobody else is verified.
He's the
only person who made this claim.
I was waiting on you to.
The only person who made this claim. Nobody has verified.
No worries. I was actually waiting on you to say that. You're a Muslim, right?
Okay. I know where you finna go. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
So, who was a witness to Muhammad's experience in the cave?
There are plenty of different times when he received revelation. Because
I'm asking specifically about his cave experience.
Hold on. Nobody was there. And if you know the story correctly, what happened once he left the cave? He thought he was tripping. He thought he lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't sure that he seen what he seen. He wasn't even sure.
No, he was sure about what he's.
Because if you know the history,
he thought he was demon possessed.
Who did?
Muhammad. He thought that he was being attacked by a demon.
He did too. Because he had the vision. Anybody who had the vision who was seeing things, I'm pretty sure you think you go.
John didn't.
Seeing something like that.
John didn't.
Even Mary didn't know when the angels vision Mary. She was scared too.
But immediately. But hold on. Immediately, you could be startled when you see an angel, but immediately the angel announces who he is and what he's there for, and brings peace. He literally says, "Peace. Don't be afraid." And so every person that an angel comes to, including Mary, they have peace. They don't walk away from the experience thinking that they were demon possessed. None of them ever.
It's more technical in a sense, and I would say I'll say this from a human experience, because Muhammad, Jesus, they was all human. We're gonna leave it like that. We all humans.
Mm-hmm.
So from a human experience, knowing that you just had this revelation or whatever you want to call it, this visit from this divine source or whatever, along with the fact that you know you have a duty in front of you, a vast mission in front of you, I'm pretty sure any man will feel intimidated, feel crazy, not sure of himself.
But not demon possessed.
His wife was right there to comfort him and let him know that you are meant for this. This is you are not losing your mind. He had had confirmation many times.
No. So again, I'm shaking my head because you're taking Muhammad's experience and you're coloring it. Don't color it. Let's take it for what it was. There wasn't a single prophet, a single person who had an experience with an angel coming to them and giving them a revelation, and they left that experience feeling as if they were demon possessed, wanting to unalive themselves. That never happened. So look, this is why this is important, because when you look at how the prophets received revelation, whether it's from God himself or if it was from an angel, if there's a consistency, there's a peace that they have, there's a comfort that they have, and there's never a fear that they have experienced a demon, ever. So what does that tell you when it comes to Muhammad?
What does it tell you?
It tells you that Muhammad experienced a demon, not God or an angel.
That's your opinion, though. That's not. We basically going off the theory and opinion.
No, that's we
going off opinions and theories.
I'm going off of. So this is what I'm going off of. I'm going off of the consistency and the continuity of the previous prophets, their experiences, right? How they experienced the angels, how they experienced God. Putting that in a collective. We have a large sample size. Put that all, okay. It's all like this. I look at Muhammad's experience, nothing like that. Nothing like the large body of examples that we have. That's number one. Number two, I look at what comes after. What did Muhammad teach? Was it in line with the prophets, or was it against what the prophets collectively taught? And the answer is, what Muhammad taught was against the collective message of the prophets.
How?
So, for example, the prophets taught that God was the Father, was the Heavenly Father.
No, hold on. First of all, let's go back to where this came from. We're talking about prophets who was of the Jewish tribe. This is how they talk. This is their terminology.
Mm-hmm.
This is their terminology. And the word father that they used in the language that they spoke did not mean father that we seen.
Yes, father. It does. It meant father. The word was simple. It was ab or abba. It was simple. Okay, it literally means father. You can be a father in many senses. You can be an adopted father. You can be a literal father. You can, stuff like that.
So do you call God father?
Absolutely. But here's the point.
So you're comparing God. So you
wait.
On man term.
Here's the point. No. Father is a God term, not a man's term. We are reflecting God's character. It starts with him. The father figure starts with God. He's the original father. Then
hold on. I don't want to get caught up on that right there, because that's like a hit or miss, like that father term. I mean,
it's not a hit or miss. It's not a hit or miss because look, this is what I'm talking about. The reason why it's not a hit or miss is because it was according to the doctrine of the prophets. The theology of the prophets, what they taught about God, was that he was, by identity, the Heavenly Father. He was the Heavenly Father. Okay. So that's by God's identity. He doesn't change. But when we come to the Quran and Muhammad, he teaches that God emphatically rejects being a father in any way, shape, or form.
Do you know why?
Doesn't matter why.
Why? What you mean? It doesn't matter why?
Because
I understand your belief. I understand like that. But for me, I question everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know why. So I question why myself. Like why? Because anything that in comparison that's comparing God to any type of human relationship or human form or human anything, is we draw a line between that. So God, when you say father, you call another man a father, so we don't call God. That's the only reason why, because you don't want to call a supreme being something that you can call another human.
All right, I heard you. The reason why I disagree is, watch this. Can you call a man your master?
You can.
Is Allah your master?
Yes.
So that is a title or a relationship that is relatable to Allah that's shared among humans.
But the word, I mean, we talking English though.
No, we're not talking English. We're talking we speak.
Because
No,
we say master. I mean,
no.
You say master in English, since you gonna get the same thing. But when you say mulk, you talking about a mastery that's on a level of ownership, mastery, and sovereignty.
Doesn't matter. So, well, here's the point. You have a master and servant relationship shared between humans, and Allah also takes that, or I wouldn't say he takes that, but he also has that relationship with you, that with believers, that you are, that nobody, his creation are his servants, and he is their master. That's literally what the Quran says. So this is a relatable relationship that we find with Allah that's also among humans. So the excuse that, oh, well, this father and son terminology, like that's stuff that's human terms, that's human relationships, and that God is way above that. Well, that excuse goes out the window, because we see that Allah uses human terminology and relationships and applies it to himself and how he deals with humankind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that excuse doesn't work. The very fact that he goes against the prophet's theology, man, shows that he's not a prophet of God. And what he experienced was not from God in the cave.
Okay, we weren't there in the cave. We weren't there in the cave. We're going off of beliefs. We both going off beliefs at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Beliefs, and beliefs is not founded on knowledge. Like me and you know that we are talking right now. It's not no belief between that. You know what I'm saying? So knowledge and belief are two different things. Like we're going off something that been accounted, and from the Islamic point of view, it has been verified that he received different revelations in many forms, and people was around and seen him witness revelations. So, like I said, we're going off based off of beliefs, theories, and things that happened in the past. We weren't there. So,
but we have to. Of course, I wasn't there at Jesus' crucifixion, but I'm believing the report.
You choose to believe that.
Yes, because I have my reasons why I'm choosing to believe it. So like when it comes to this, same with Islam, like I don't know for sure if he was in a cave or not. I am only going based off of the authentic reports about his life, that's accepted. So I'm just going off what that stuff says. So according to what we get that he was in a cave, had an experience with some type of spiritual entity, and in that experience, he came out fearful, sweating, pulsing, nervous, suicidal, all of these things, which does not match the experiences that I see when the prophets of old have experiences with angels and with God.
And you are correct about that. But the station that Prophet Muhammad holds is above the station of every other prophet.
No.
This is what hold on. See, you saying no, but I'm telling you the belief. I'm not here to tell you this is this and this is that. I'm telling you the belief system itself, the what you call it, the creed itself. That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to help you with that because I know the creed.
No, I don't need I'm like I say, we choose to believe what we want to believe. Like if I choose to believe that a black cat causes bad luck, I choose to believe that. Doesn't mean it causes a bad luck. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? It's because I choose to believe that.
Yeah. But so according to the Quran literally says, this is what Allah says in the Quran. He says we make no distinction between the prophets. That's what Allah says in the Quran. We make no distinction. So for you to say that it's part of the creed that Muhammad holds a higher station than the prophets.
Distinction meaning what? Distinction meaning what?
None of them are greater than the other. There's no difference.
No, that's not the distinction that it's talking about. That's not the distinction that it's talking about, because it says there are 5 prophets of high esteem, and Jesus Christ is the second one.
The Quran doesn't say that.
Yes, it does. It says it named 5 prophets of high esteem.
Okay, where give me the verse.
Jesus. I had to find it. I will find it. I mean, you want me to find it right now?
Yeah. We got time. We chilling, man. Ain't no rush. We chilling. Like if you got a second device, go ahead and hop on the search, and I want to see that verse where it says there are 5 prophets of high esteem or anything in that like.
All right, let me see if I find it for you.
I'm telling you right now, man. I'm a sheikh, and I never seen that verse.
You a what?
I'm a sheikh.
Bro. I studied this for years. I know I run across it. I'm going stories.
All right.
I'm going to an old book. Cause the names, I know who they are. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, I mean I would tell you that's more of a tradition that you've learned, not a Quran verse. It's not in the Quran that there's 5 esteemed prophets.
If I'm wrong, I would tell you. I don't mind telling you I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. But I know that.
By the way, on YouTube, guys, go ahead and hit the like button. I'm hearing that the likes are not matching the viewership. We almost got 1,000 people on YouTube watching. So go ahead, guys. Let's hit the like button. If you haven't already, if you forgot to do it, make sure you guys smash that like button like you fear disobedience from it. All right. You guys know the drill. Hit that like button. While our friend is looking for the verse, I'm going to go ahead and read a couple of super chats here. We got Immortal, who says, Genesis 1:27, why out of billions of planets God decided to give us his image? Or you implying that there are aliens that look like us too? It's not about physicality, my friend. It's not about us looking like God, but it's us being made in his image, having his character, sharing his traits in that sense. That's in the way that we are in his image, not that we look like God physically. He's not a physical being. He doesn't have a physical form. All right. Let's see here. Christianity doesn't have objective morality. It's wrong about Noah's flood, Adam and Eve, and the order of creation. It condones slavery and genocide. If you disagree, then add me so we can debate this. Come to TikTok.
The Bible condones slavery too in the New Testament. Oh, you had the whole slave escaped, and the man told him go back to slavery.
What?
Philip? The book is the book of Philip. What's the book? The slave escape, and it's in the New Testament, bro. The whole chapter dedicated to a slave that escaped, and they wrote a letter telling him go back to slavery.
No, they said they told the master to free him. He was a brother in Christ.
Well, the point of the matter is slavery was still condoned.
It depends on what you're talking about.
I'm saying I'm not telling you. I'm telling whoever.
Not the trans. No, there wasn't no chattel slavery in the Bible. That wasn't condoned. That was actually condemned. It says whoever
slavery back then, slavery just ended in recent 1700, 1800.
Yeah, that type of slavery was not condoned by the Bible. Actually, according to the Bible, hold on, let me finish, bro. According to the Bible, that kind of slavery, where you were supposed to be put to death for that type of slavery. If you kidnapped somebody from their home, forced them into slavery, or sold him off, you are to be put to death, and the person who bought him was to be put to death. That's Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. So, yeah, for that person who's saying all that kind of stuff, you can come on TikTok. If you have 200 followers, you can come on and engage, and you can go ahead and bring those topics up if you want. Sheikh Logic is the truth. Jesus Christ is Lord. Amen to that. God bless. God bless. God bless. I'm telling you, brother, it's not there. It don't exist, man. I would never lie to you, man.
I don't say all that. It might have been something I say, but
I'm trying to tell you, man. Sheikh,
you hold on. You might be right, bro.
Sheikh Logic will never lie to you, man. I'm telling you, Sheikh Logic will never lie to you, bro.
I give you that one, but still, this is the point of the matter with that, though, bro. I give you that one because I can't find it.
No worries. So
I would say this. I would say this though about that. When it said there's no distinction, it's because people were making up sects, making up different groups following certain prophet. Like some people follow this prophet, some people follow this prophet. You know what I'm saying? So, and like had with Moses and with Jesus. Some people remain followers of Moses, the Jews, and some people remain followers of Christ. And there was a separation, so that it became a distinction between which prophet, but that the distinction was eliminated amongst that. Said they are one prophethood, one group. It's like one solid brotherhood amongst these men.
Yeah.
But there were 5 who had high esteem amongst all of them, because you can't compare Abraham and Jeremiah. You can't compare Moses and Isaiah.
Why not?
Moses brought a law.
Why not though?
No, I'm saying this was the people was doing at the time. But I'm saying
you're saying that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the point that we got to. You have all the prophets, when we read about them and look at their experiences when they experience God and experience angels is completely different from what we see how Muhammad experienced that spiritual entity that he found in the cave. And that spiritual entity that he found in the cave, we find no resemblance when it comes to angels, but we find resemblance when it comes to demons. We see demon possession that looks like that. Yeah.
Bro, what you keep talking about these demons for, bro?
Because he thought he was demon possessed. That's him, not me. Muhammad thought he was demon possessed, and if I was there, I would have put him to the side and said, bruh, you're exactly right.
I like to think realistically about certain things for me to understand certain things, because I was in the same situation. I'm in a cave by myself, and some pop up out of nowhere and scare the hell out of me. I might trip out too.
Not just scared, not just
he's a natural man.
It's not just popping. No, dude. It's not just popping out of nowhere on you. It's the spirit comes and then grabs him and presses on him to where he can't breathe. And is like yelling at him, read. He's saying, I can't read. Lets him go, comes back again, grabs him, pushes on him, presses on him, holds him down until he can't breathe against his will. Read. Like this type, it's oppression, bro. You don't see this with the angels. You don't see this with God, with the prophets. That's oppression. This is why he was fearful. This is why he thought he was suicide. This is why. You don't see this with the prophets, bro. But what you do see this is, if you go to the New Testament and you look at the demon possessions, that's what you see. You'll see the bodies being thrown all over the place, and them convulsing and being pressed and oppressed. That's what you see.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Because you're saying the demon possession stuff, right? So I'm trying to.
What's your question, brother? Go ahead and ask him, man.
Do you think all right, you know a tree by the fruit it bears, right?
Yes.
So the fruit that came about from this tree, this man, because the tree and the fruit are symbolic to a man's deeds. So this tree being Muhammad and the fruit he brought, do you think there could be some type of demon involved in this?
Absolutely.
Hold on. So let's see. This religion that this man, I'm gonna call him a man, this man Muhammad brought, and over the years, what came about, the peace that it brought, over the years, when practiced properly, I would say this: when practiced properly, because the Crusades were wars on both sides and foul play on both sides throughout the whole, and still to this day, it's still some type of.
The Crusades were to stop the Muslims.
It's racism in Christianity. It's probably
no, there's not.
No side is perfect. No side is perfect. Because did Jesus teach racism? Because they preach that in churches right now.
No, they don't.
Yep. I've seen it before. They preach against interracial dating. They preach against all this type of stuff. I've seen it before with my own eyes.
There is no such thing. There is no such thing. I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro. There is no such thing. Let me tell you.
You might not do it.
There is no such thing as a Christian church. Hold on, Salam. There's no such thing as a Christian church that teaches racism, that teaches prejudice. There's no such thing. Anybody that claims, hear me out. Anybody that claims to be a follower of Christ and is preaching racism is not a Christian. It's as simple as that.
And that's why I want to say to you about any Muslim, somebody who claims to be a Muslim or Islamic that does things that are against peace or that's violent. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
So I say when it's practiced properly.
I know, and so that's what the question is: does Islam teach these practices, or is it against these practices? That's the question. And so, the answer is that Islam actually teaches the violence. It actually teaches the prejudice. It actually teaches these things.
Bro, you got tremendous, you got horrific war scenes all throughout the Bible, bro, especially the New Testament, bro. So we not go, this, bro. It was like.
So let's do this. Let's look at the fruit because I like that angle because that's next. Does he line up with the prophets? No. What about his fruits? Does his fruits reflect that he's a prophet of God? What he taught and how and what the people following him practice? Let's see. The answer is no. So
Moses broke a whole people free from slavery. He did what here Tim did times 10.
Yeah, but Muhammad didn't. Muhammad owned slaves and sold them. Black ones.
So you telling me none of the prophets had slaves or owned servants?
They had indentured servitude. They didn't have slaves and based off race.
Slave was a norm back then. Slave been a norm always.
Having black slaves.
Slave was a norm for people. It's not normal for us, but slavery was the norm.
What about having slaves based on race?
I mean, it's an evil. I mean, I'm not condoning it. It was a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil that people had to deal with. I mean,
you think it's a necessary? Wait. You think it's a necessary evil to have slavery based on race?
Because I mean, are we gonna call slavery good, or me and you gonna call slavery good? Well, how do me and you look at slavery as the evil, right? We look at it as wrong.
Yeah, so just understand, I'm not looking at indentured servitude. I'm looking at
slavery.
Yeah, I'm looking at the type of slavery that is chattel slavery, the type of slavery that is slavery based off race. That's the type of slavery I'm looking at, not where someone volunteers their service and says, "Hey, I have no where to go. I have a family. We have no food. I will give you my services."
That's indentured servitude.
Yeah, that's indentured servitude. That's what the Bible talks about.
We're talking about slavery that was going on.
Yeah, and then okay, so Muhammad had slaves based off their race.
What slave he had?
He had multiple slaves based off their race.
Which one?
So I have a hadith I was reading to the guy before you. It says that Muhammad bought a non-black slave. He was buying a non-black slave for 2 black slaves. Like he used 2 black slaves to buy that one slave.
I don't do the hadiths. Hadiths been manipulated and men have paid a part of hadiths just like they paid for the Bible.
Well, how do you know anything about Muhammad then?
I don't do all there's some hadiths that are authentic and it's common sense, but a lot of hadiths, bro.
Well, this is authentic. The greatest
have been manipulated.
The greatest Sahih, bro.
Huh?
The greatest Sahih.
Which one?
The one about him selling 2 black slaves for a non-black slave.
I mean, which one? Where is that at?
So it's. Hold on, let me turn my screen around so you can see it yourself.
Because his kings and rulers who force people to write hadiths instead of Sahih. Just because it says Sahih or just because it's red and black and white don't mean I want to go believe. That's it with anything.
So this is Sunan. This is Sunan an-Nasai. Sunan an-Nasai 4184.
Yeah.
It says a slave came and pledged to the prophet to immigrate. And the prophet did not realize that he was a slave. Then his master came looking for him. The prophet said, "Sell him to me." And he bought him for 2 black slaves. Then he did not accept the pledge from anyone until he asked, "Is he a slave?" And the greatest Sahih, it's authentic.
I see it, bro. I don't believe too much. Man, look, I ain't gonna lie. You can hadiths are hit and miss me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, because I didn't know the history of how kings and rulers and all this stuff force scholars and force people to write hadiths, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I'm not saying that what you saying in the hadith is wrong. Is it wrong? I'm just saying I'm hadith is bro.
Would you say would you say like that right there, what we just read is wrong? Would you say that?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I would have to actually look at it and actually just sit there and study, like even with the Hebrew though. So it's like, but that don't even sound right because that sounds like something that goes against. Because with hadith, bro, like hadith, like how most people do it, like if you find one hadith that contradicts something else, like you disagree with the hadith. Like you find hadith that go against the Quran, or you go find hadith that go against Islamic principle, you disagree with hadith, and like for him to trade one slave for two slaves, that kind of like
and two black slaves specifically.
Like, yeah, don't say two blacks. I mean, I understand what you're saying about the color, but I'm saying just the thing for one for two, it don't even sound right. That don't even sound like
that's what it was, bro.
One for one. If it been that stood out to me the most because it was one for two. If it been one for one like exchange, then it would be a sound more. But like Prophet was against stuff like that.
Well, look.
Most of the hadith they said.
Well, look.
Hadith that I read, he was against.
Well, he's not against slavery, bro. So look at the chapter heading.
I'm not saying against slavery. I'm not saying against slavery. I'm saying against selling one of anything for two of the same thing.
Well, he wasn't, bro. Look at the look at the chapter heading, bro. This is what also gets me about this. The chapter heading, selling animals for animals, bro.
You just don't like Arabs. Hey, well, I would say this though. I mean, it's always been racist amongst Arabs. Like I didn't hear.
But this is Islam. It's not just Arabs. Salam. This is Islam that we're talking about. Forget Arab culture or anybody.
Yes, you talking about Islam. Yes, it is Islam, but at the same time, Arabs, and I would say this with proudness. I would say this unapologetically. Arabs are not like I didn't hear Arabs say that black people can't be Muslim. Yeah. I heard this like 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I understand like they mindset. So I understand like that racism. I understand that.
But do you see like because remember
that has nothing to do with
it has
rights.
It's true. So here's my thing though, because remember we're talking about fruits. So the Arabs who follow Muhammad would have a basis for acting the way they're acting because of stuff like this. Because stuff like this is in Islam, where selling animals for animals, selling black slaves, buying them, and for one non-black, like they're worth less or whatever. Like that type of ideology is in Islam. So they have a basis for having that attitude.
Is it in Islam or is it in their culture?
This is Islam, bro. If for the Muslim Arabs who have a racist undertone to their attitude, they get it from Islam. It's embedded in Islam.
I wouldn't say they get it from Islam because I don't want to say that. I don't want to say they get it from Islam. I don't want to use that particular word. Because that particular word has its own meaning. So when you say Islam, you saying submission to God. That's how I translate that in my mind. Oh no, because linguistically, that's what it comes out to. That's how it's translated.
When we're talking about Islam, we're talking about the religion that Muhammad came professing and teaching in the Arabian Peninsula.
That's how you want to find it for this conversation.
Because that's what this is.
Definition of it.
Yeah, that's what this is. So what we're talking about is the fruits. We're talking about the fruits that come from Muhammad. We already saw that his experience was not like the prophets. And now we're seeing what are his fruits? What is he teaching? What is he doing? This is an example. Selling animals for animals, 2 black slaves for one non-black. And there's more stuff like this, bro.
Bro.
There's more stuff like this. This is what
I can't. Like I say, bro, you put out a hot deep. I can't go off that. Like you said, I understand.
All right, so what if we go to the Quran?
You focus on something that me myself, if I would have seen it, I would have said something would have stuck out to me too.
Yeah.
I would have seen the hidden animals and seen that like, but I already know about the history of the Arabs, the history of the Arab slave trade. You had the European slave trade. It was both the Europeans and the Arabs were doing the same thing with two different religions to the same black people. The same thing. You see what I'm saying? So it's not the religions, and now boy, it was the people themselves.
Okay. So why if you're okay, so if that's the case, then why is Muhammad doing this? If it's not part of the religion, why is Muhammad doing and acting like this?
I don't think he did that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That don't. I mean,
no. See, it doesn't fit what you're. It doesn't.
That's my first time. You pulled that out, and that's my first time even seeing something of that nature.
Yeah, like, because look,
that's on the internet, bro. That's on the internet. Anybody could have wrote that.
It's the hadiths. That's the hadiths are on the internet. That's Sunnah.com. That's in the books. That's in the books, bro. I'm gonna give me an old book. Get an old book. Get an old Sunan Ibn Majah book. Get an old Jamiat Tirmidhi hadith book. I'm gonna get the water out, bro. Get in the books. Because they don't even. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you more things in this.
Well, I see you the other day, and the whole thing we would be talking about Jesus. God, you still ain't told me what Jesus said. Oh man,
I did tell you. You just rejected it. I did tell you. You just rejected it.
And Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. What did Jesus say? He was
I can show you those places too, but right now we're at a good place right now.
I don't want our John on Islands of Patmos. You know what I'm saying? I won't.
Right now we're at a good place, man. You know, we're at a good place. I want to show you in the Quran it's racist too. The same stuff.
What?
I'm gonna show you the same thing in the Quran. Yeah, this is the fruits of Islam, bro. This is the fruit of Muhammad.
Slave trade, what you saying?
Slave trading, man. Black people that look like you and me.
I mean, but what if they had been white? Would we just talk down white?
Yes.
We had to come say they're white. No, we would not.
Yes, we would. Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you mean? Come on, man. Well, no. Well, I'm touching on it because we're talking about the racism in Islam and what it touches on, the evil things. It's fruits.
What about the racism in Christianity?
There is no racism in Christianity. There's not a. Look, notice how you see how I can pull up a reference within Islamic sources showing racism. You can't do that with the Bible. You can't go to a single verse in the Bible and pull out racism. You can't, because it doesn't exist.
I mean, you can with the Jews and the Gentiles because once a set of Jews didn't want to sit with the Gentiles because why they was unclean. It was a form of racism.
Well, Jesus
said, "I came for my people."
No. Stop. Salam. Stop right there. Stop right there. What you have in the Bible when it comes to the Jews and the Gentiles, the Bible says in Christ there is neither Jew nor Gentile. No Jew nor Gentile, no free nor slave. So the Jew who's acting weird towards the Gentile, and in fact, Peter was doing this and was called out by it by Paul, was corrected. That type of stuff is corrected in the Bible. You'll never see that stuff condoned or allowed. You'll never see that. You'll see it checked right on the spot. Peter got checked for acting different toward the Gentiles.
You're right about that.
Yeah. In Islam, I can show you this stuff of clear racism. Unchecked, promoted, allowed.
In the Quran or outside?
Both. I just showed you outside the Quran. I can show you in the Quran.
I don't care about. I want to see it.
All right. Let's go to chapter 3, verse 106. Chapter 3, verse 106.
Bro, we not finna do that, bro. Bro, that's not talking about no slavery or nothing like that, bro. That's not, bro. You know what? Elijah Muhammad used the same thing to turn the Quran against white people, bro. He used the same type of play on words to say that the white people will show the blue-eyed white devil because of certain verse in the Quran because it says a certain color or whatever. Bro, that's saying black is just a color that people have always associated with evil. And white has always been a term that people always associate with white. That's why I don't let people call me black. I really don't like people call me black because I don't like that term. You see what I'm saying? But like I'm saying, like that verse right there, bro, has nothing to do with slavery or anything like that, bro.
So let's read it. It says, on the day of resurrection, when some faces will become white and some faces will become black.
Yeah.
As for those whose faces will become white, as for those whose faces will become black, it will be said to them, did you reject faith after accepting it? Then taste the torment for rejecting faith. That's what happens when, you're going to return black. And as for those faces that will become white, they will be in Allah's mercy. Therein they shall dwell forever.
Man, stop, bro. That's not what
and if not, you're gonna be turned black.
I see what you're saying. And what you're getting at, but I don't get that when I read that because I'm looking at the Arabic. I don't see that because it's talking about a whole different sense. Like you would have to actually go deeper to the Arabic itself and pull out its meaning. Like because the English translation is weak.
Okay. So let me show you now the background of this. I want to show you, man, that we don't make this stuff up, man. So even in the Quran, it says that people's faces will be turned white and they're going to heaven, and then people will be turned black and they're going to hell. Wow. But hey, that's you gotta dive deep into the Arabic, I guess, to really
because
really parse that out.
Your identity. What you associate black with? I don't have my Arabic dictionary here. I just realized that.
Yeah, the word is black. It's black and white.
Black is associated with what? Black in the English dictionary, what you get black? You gonna see evil. You gonna see dark. It's the same thing.
It's tough.
Why you can call yourself black?
Not in the Bible.
So you call yourself the same thing.
Not in the Bible.
I'm just saying, so why you stand with?
Let me show you. Let me show you something. I know you said you don't like hadith, but I have to show you this.
Come on.
I have to show you this. Just because we're on that, that part, that subject there. So I have to show you this, okay? Okay. Do. This is tough, man. There's no way that I could be Muslim with this stuff. There's no way in the world.
I couldn't be Christian. I've heard this the history part from our ancestors. I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's really the same thing on both sides.
Do you understand? Do you understand the difference between? Because I think that you actually started off explaining this. The difference between what the religion actually teaches, and what bad people do. So
both sides.
Yeah. So bad people doing things in Christianity that goes against the Bible, they're not Christians. Even if they claim they are, they're not Christians. And woe to them. You can't find what they do taught in the Bible. That's my point.
Like the Oklahoma City bomber, that one who bombed Oklahoma back in the 90s.
Yeah. So
the name of Christ.
Yeah, none of that is in the Bible. The Bible is emphatically against that. But in Islam, I'm showing you that this stuff is in Islam. It's in the teachings of Islam. It's not that there's bad Muslims who are going against the religion, and all that. No, they are in. This is what is taught in Islam. That's what I'm showing you. It's a huge difference.
Slavery. So would you have if you could have a slave? Would you have a slave right now?
If I could have a maid to clean my house, absolutely. Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, I would never have. I would never have a slave like.
You have a servant.
I would never. I would. Yeah, I would have a servant. I would never have a. I would never have a slave where I bought them, based off their race, they're stolen from their home. And I would never indulge in that. I would always condemn that. Always. You know? So, all right, look. So look at this.
Oh, this is great.
It is, man. It is, man. But you know, this is why, I do this, man. You know, I'm
what is this verse that say Jesus is God and Matthew, Paul, Luke, and John? Well, you still ain't got to that.
All right, I already showed you all that. You switched the goalpost on me. At first, you asked me where in the Bible does it say Jesus is God, so I showed you. But then you was like, "Oh, well, no, Revelation ain't good enough. I want to see in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John now."
I want to see why he wait in? Why he wait 300 later to say that? Why he wait 300 years later to say that?
No, that is not 300 years later, my friend. It's not 300 years. I hope you don't have you. Do you think that God can't reveal things in a vision?
I'm saying why he didn't say it in the flesh.
Does it matter if he says it in a vision or? Wait. If whether he says I'm the first and the last here in the flesh on earth, or if he says it when he's in heaven and gives that a revelation to John, what's the difference?
I didn't want you to back it up. Like when you say that,
I did back it up.
Well, I'm saying when you say he was out to make it, what does it say?
Revelation chapter 22, verse 13.
Oh, man, you said so. Why
yeah.
Why are you saying all this stuff in the Revelation?
All right, so watch this, man. I don't want us to get off track of this. Let's go down.
Let's go.
So this is Mishkat al-Masabi, 119. It's also transmitted in Jamiat Tirmidhi and stuff like that. So this is what it says, bro. It says, Abu Dawud reported, God's messenger is saying, God created Adam when he created him and struck his right shoulder and brought forth his offspring white like small ants. And he struck his left shoulder and brought forth his offspring black as though they were charcoal. Then he said to the party on his right side, to the white offspring, to paradise, and I do not care. And he said to the party in his left shoulder, the black ones, to hell, and I do not care. Similar to what we just saw in the Quran. This is talking about just straight up offspring created this way. They're created white, created black. Whites go to heaven. Black people go to hell. This is literally race.
I'm not going to go against what you're saying right there. But like I said, at the same time, like when it comes out, first of all, the hadith has got one name at the beginning of it. Like hadith, like they got one name at the beginning of it. I don't even read period. I got to see a chain from who that person got it from. Who it's usually a chain of narration. Like more than just one name for me to even like. Then when I read that, I ain't gonna lie, I would disregard that hadith anyway. And I had that right to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, man, this sounds like some racist ass shit. Excuse my language. This sounds like some racist ass shit that people areas to put in sometimes. I don't know how I'm gonna look at it and disregard that.
But that's not what
they've done that through our history.
It's not what it is, bro. This isn't.
I ain't know that. What you mean? That's not what it is. That's what I'm gonna take it as. Like, well, you know what I'm saying? Because they done that through our history.
This is Islam, bro. This is Islam. This is Islam. Yeah, it's not. It's not racist Arabs who's trying to. And maybe it is, but this is Islam at the end of the day.
Like I would say this. You can say Islam because it's in the books or whatever, and it's being promoted and it's being taught because it's in ID books, so people are being taught this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But is it pure and authentic Islam in its true essence? No,
yes.
It's not. That's not Islam because I'm gonna say that's not Islam. I'm like, man, what the? I'm gonna look at you crazy. Somebody will tell me, I'm like, man, that don't even sound right.
So
because that hadith don't even sound right. It don't even go against. It don't even sound right. First of all, it's a story about something that happened at the beginning of time, supposedly, that nobody was there. You see what I'm saying? So it sounds like some fairy tale story anyway that somebody said Muhammad said. You just see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, don't even sound right.
Well, this is what
Like the same conversation. Look, the same conversation I'm telling you.
This is what it is, man.
Another Muslim this. I would tell Muslims the same thing. I'm not. I would stand for a whole bunch of conversations. The same
but
thing.
This is what it is, bro. Like this is what I'm saying. Like I can show you, I can show you the Quran. I can show you these hadiths. What I'm showing you is that this is in the Islamic sources. This is what is taught in the Islamic sources. You know what I'm saying? So if people,
don't make it Islamic. They don't make it Islamic.
It does make it Islamic.
Nah, because I can put out things in Christianity different. It depends what denomination want to go.
No, if you pull out something in the Bible, that's Christianity.
I'm talking about stuff outside the Bible. Like you just put something outside the Quran that's being taught in Christianity.
This dude. Oh my goodness. The hadith. Let me ask. Do you believe that hadith and how many times a day do you pray? You get that from the hadith. You know that, right?
No, you get that from Quran. It's in the Quran. It tells you time to pray. It said the rise of the sun, the setting of the sun. It says it gives you 5 times.
It gives you 5 times. Show me where it mentions 5 prayers.
It don't say 5. It says
just like where it shows. Yeah, show me where it shows the 5 prayers. You know, there's only so much I can do, man. All I can do is just show you the stuff, and then you do what you want after. You can either duck your head under the sand and ignore it and say this ain't the Islam that I know and love, so I may just ignore this stuff, or you can see what Islam actually teaches, reject it, and come out of that darkness. But all I can do is just show you, man. You got to come out of this, man.
Surah 11. It's multiple verses. Surah 11, 114 says, establish prayer at the 2 ends of the day and in the first hour of the night.
How many?
So that's giving you. That's at the beginning. They were just praying 2-3 times a day because 5 prayers will establish off the real.
So 2 ends of the day and at the what? Last hour of the night?
First hour of the night.
First hour of the night. So the evening. So the evening time.
Surah 30 says, Surah 30, verse 17 to 18 says, glorify Allah in the evening and in the morning.
That's what we just heard. No different.
That refers to the morning prayer and that refers to the afternoon prayer.
No, it doesn't. It says the morning and the afternoon. That's what we just heard.
Well, the late afternoon. It said the evening.
And I'm sorry, yeah. It says the morning, the evening, which is the first hour of the night, and at the end of the night, that's the other prayer that we heard. That's still just 3.
No. Establish the prayers at the 2 ends of the day. The 2 ends of the day are Fajr, the morning prayer, the first prayer, and the third prayer, the fourth prayer of Maghrib, and the first one of the night, Ish. Fajr, sunset, the dawn prayer, the sunset prayer, and the night prayer.
The sunset prayer is the first hour of the night. That's the evening. That's sunset.
That's not the first hour of the night. The first hour of the night is when the sun actually disappears and the redness of the sky disappears also. That's the first hour of the night. That's sunset. Sunset and nighttime, 2 different things. Because the sun is still bright at sunset. Right or wrong?
That's the first hour of the night, bro.
It says, bear pray and glorify him again at night, and also, it said, hold on, it says, before the sunrise and before the sunset. Before the sunrise and before the sunset. So before the sunset is what?
You know,
another prayer, right?
I honestly.
So that's the 4th prayer. We just had the 4th prayer.
No, you didn't. It's repeating itself in many different ways.
No, it's not. Okay.
It's okay, bro.
2 ends of the day.
My brother, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll let you have it because this literally it doesn't. doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me like when it comes to our conversation. Like I do not want to spend time on this because, you know, to you be yours on that.
You know who brought it up. You know who brought it up.
I know, and I see that we're gonna keep going through the Quran, looking at these verses that talk about the three prayers and how it repeats itself, and you're gonna interpret it how you still want to. It's still not 5, but I'm gonna let you, bro. I'm gonna let you. You got it. You got that. I want to stay focused on the issue here. Okay, the issue here is what the Quran is teaching, what the Hadiths are teaching, and the fruits that we see coming from Muhammad. What we see, one of the aspects of that we're seeing is racism. That's what we're landing on. The black and white stuff, black people going to hell, white folks going to heaven, being turned white, being turned black, selling 2 black slaves for 1 non-black slave. We see the racism embedded in Islam from Muhammad's teachings and actions. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I understand where you come from. I understand exactly where you come from.
Okay.
But does it make it right? Me, I don't think. And like I said, and I'll say this again, I don't think that is pure Islamic teaching in its essence. Because the teaching of Islam has always been taught before Muhammad came. The pure essence of it.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna repeat this again. That's not Islamic teaching. That's
okay. So then if you're saying that the pure Islam was even here before Muhammad, and it was the pure submission to God without racism, with love and equality and things of this nature, that was the pure Islam. Then Muhammad came and taught and practiced an impure Islam. Is that fair to say?
No, I won't say that either.
So the slavery that you're seeing from Muhammad, the teachings on black and white that you're seeing from Muhammad, you're saying you agree that that's pure Islam then?
I don't think that's pure. That's not pure Islam. I don't think Muhammad taught it. I think that people who had influence, people who had power, manipulated and did their thing, had their way with certain texts and certain books and certain doctrines, and influenced that and put that in there for their own reason, whatever. That's what I think. That's my belief. That's why, because it don't make sense, because that's not pure Islamic teaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for somebody to hold those for a person, whether they're Muslim or not, I think that those birth hadiths that you just showed me are true and authentic. Like, I call them a fool too.
I'm gonna ask you one more thing. How do you feel about grown men sleeping with little girls?
Little girls, like, you talking about? Oh man, look, I don't think, and I read different sources, different age groups, and I know what you always forget at with his young wife and stuff like that. I don't know. I've seen one say that she was 9. I seen one that said she was 13. One said that
there's not a single hadith that says she was 13. Not a single one.
I haven't read a hadith that said how old she was to you. I just seen what people basically would guesstimate her age.
Got it. So yeah, just to be clear, every hadith is the same. She was 6 or 7 when he married her. But it's consistent that she was 9 when he consummated the marriage with her. But that's not what I really was asking you. But going on with that, what do you think about that? About Muhammad sleeping with Aisha at her age? What do you think about that?
I mean, if today's standard, that's wrong. But back then, that was perfectly normal for anybody of any culture or race. And in Africa, that was normal. In Uganda, that was normal. Does it
make
normal? In Arab culture, that was normal.
Does it make it right? Does it make it right if it's normal?
No, it don't.
Okay, so
I was standing against it. I'm standing against it. I'm on the same side. Like, I would say that's wrong, but I'm saying in those times that was perfectly normal for everybody in every race and every culture.
I disagree, but even if that was the case, yeah, that's not true.
Go get your encyclopedia and look over the
hold on, because that's not even the issue right now. Let's say that that's true. Okay. That doesn't make it right, correct?
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So then Muhammad is still doing something wrong, even if it's normal, right?
I mean, we called it wrong now. They didn't call it wrong then.
Who cares if who called it wrong? It's either wrong or it's not.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody. I mean, a lot of people was in. Didn't nobody speak up against it back then. There wasn't nobody. It wasn't looked down upon back then. See what I'm saying? See now, okay, like it's like hold on. It's like this nowadays. Like
it's either it's wrong or it's not, bro.
Is homosexuality wrong?
Huh?
Is homosexuality wrong?
Yeah. Well, we can't talk about that here because TikTok.
How about this? Let's talk about this. Okay, fornication is wrong.
What?
Is fornication wrong?
Yes.
Okay, and fornication was wrong all the way up to the 1930s in American history. It used to be a criminal punishment for fornication and adultery in America on these lands all the way up to the 1930s.
Okay.
Because it was deemed wrong by most people. But now, me and you still look at it wrong, but in everybody else's eyes.
I don't care about everybody else's eyes. Is it still wrong or not?
This is what I'm saying. Me and you, bro, we right here with this. We like right here.
But I'm not. Look, I need you to understand, Salam. I'm not asking about opinion. I'm asking about a truth.
Is it right or wrong?
Is it right? Is it wrong?
I'm saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's wrong. I said
okay. Even if more people say no, it's okay. It's still wrong, right?
In our eyes, yeah.
No. I'm not asking about in our eyes.
In our modern eyes.
I'm not asking. Here it is again.
If
Salam, I'm not asking about our opinion. I'm not asking about our favorite flavor of ice cream. In our eyes, in your eyes, strawberry's good. In my eyes, it's chocolate.
It's relative.
That's not. Yeah, I'm not asking about is morality relative or is it objective?
It depends where you live. It depends how you were brought up. It depends on your environment.
So you're saying that morality is relative. Is there ever a time where grape sleeping with someone against their will, is there ever a time in any culture where that is okay?
No, that's not. I mean, I agree with you 100%.
Well, so even if it was lawful in a culture,
I'm back here. I'm back.
Even if it was lawful pertaining to a particular culture and time, and they was like, yeah, it's okay, it's perfectly lawful. That entire culture would be wrong, correct?
Say you dealing with you talking about America right now. I'm just saying, like,
so they would be wrong, correct?
I mean, in our eyes, yeah.
No, would they be wrong? Yes or no? Whether, let's say, in my eyes, it was okay. Would they be wrong? Yes or no?
You're right. You are wrong.
Okay, so regardless of if it's in my eyes, regardless of the time frame, regardless of the culture, grape, forcing yourself sexually on another human being is wrong, period. Doesn't matter the culture, doesn't matter the religion, doesn't matter the time. It's objectively wrong, regardless of our opinion.
Yeah, you're right.
Good. So morality is objective. It's not based on how you feel or I feel.
Issue is situation. You talking about rape though? You talking about rape though? That, I mean, of course, anybody gonna say that's wrong because you force somebody against their will. You take away their free will. It's not consensual.
Okay, so now I'm asking you this now. So now I'm asking you this. For a grown man, listen, Salam. Let's translate now this issue. For a grown man to have sexual relations with a child, is that ever okay?
Not to me, no.
So then Muhammad was wrong when he did it, correct?
I mean, if that was the case, was he wrong when he did it? And why did nobody else speak up on it?
Okay, that's just an argument of silence. We don't know if people did it. Just answer the question.
Because it was a no. I told you, I gave you my answer.
So Muhammad was wrong.
Because in our eyes, that's wrong. Because now, if we would have grew up in that culture, we wouldn't be saying it's wrong though.
Does that make it okay? Why are we backtracking? Does that make it okay? If you lived in that time, and it was normal in your culture, does that make it okay for a grown man to sleep with a kid?
It was normal in Jesus' time to kill kids who disrespected their.
Can you answer the question? No, that's not about kids. That's about young adults who understand the law, who know right from wrong. It's not about kids. So now, please stop trying to change it. Stop trying to change it. Salam. Now you're running from the issue now.
No, I'm not. I tell you, man. I said yes is wrong. I said yes is wrong.
So then Muhammad was wrong when he did it, correct?
It's killing a child because.
So wait. So Muhammad was wrong when he did it, correct?
Bro, I already gave my answer. I said yes. I said yes is wrong, and I said yes. I mean, what you?
I just need to hear. So when you say yes, I'm trying to be clear because I don't want to misrepresent you. Muhammad was wrong when he slept with the child Aisha, correct?
If that happened, if it did happen, yes.
Well, that's what the text says. So it did happen.
I mean, I just seen multiple versions. It's the debate about the age.
There's no debate about the age. There's no debate about the age.
Because nobody was there.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
We weren't there. You weren't there.
I hear you. I hear you.
I hear you.
We
reading a book. We weren't there.
I hear you. Let's see if there was a debate about the age. You're right. Let's see if there was a debate about the age. Let's see. Let's see if we find one source that says she wasn't 9 when he slept with her. Let's just see. Okay. Here's the first source. Sahih Bukhari. Here's the first source. Narrated. Oh, shoot. This is narrated by Aisha herself. Do you think that she knew her own age or no?
Bro, Aisha got over 5,000 hadiths. You think that woman had 5,000 hadiths for real? Like, bro?
Do you think that she knew her own age?
Come on, let's go.
Okay, so Aisha, she's
9 years, 6 years.
The Prophet married her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old. That's one source.
Okay, if she narrated her hadith, why is it talking in the second person? That's what I'm saying. It's talking in the second person, but she narrated her hadith.
Well, third person. Do you want it in first person? I can get it for you in first person.
I'm saying that's the second person.
Here's another one. Sahih Bukhari 5158. The Prophet narrated Ura. The Prophet wrote the marriage contract with Aisha while she was 6 years old and consummated his marriage with her when she was 9. And she remained with him for 9 years.
Who is this? Who's Ura? Who is that?
That's one of the companions.
I'm going to ask Sheikh that. I'm going to ask Imam that. I'm going to ask
Good.
That? Because you just named one person, bro. It's like, who is that person?
All right, here it goes again. Sahih Bukhari, here's another one.
Weak hadiths, bro.
What do you mean weak? This is Sahih.
Bro, I'm saying weak in my translation, like weak, like bro, that's some BS.
Notice how all right, here's Aisha here. You wanted first person. Here's Aisha. Narrated Aisha. The messenger of Allah married me when I was 7 years old. The narrator Suleiman said, or 6 years. He had intercourse with me when I was 9 years old.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all in the comments, bro. Ain't nobody paying attention to y'all. Me and bro on a whole different level right now.
Just focus on me. Forget the comment section. Do you see how Aisha's speaking in first person now?
Okay.
So she says that he consummated the marriage. He had intercourse. Excuse me. She says he had intercourse with me when I was 9 years old.
Wow. Why did she? Was she bleeding then?
No.
Back then, if a person was bleeding, they were having sex. That's everybody. That's
bro, you think? Do you think this?
Adult when they start bleeding.
Do you think this is okay, bro?
I don't think it's okay. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna condone anybody who do it. But back then, I mean, bro, you talking about 1,400 years ago? People was doing that all the way up to 1800, bro.
Look at all of these sources are saying the exact same. There's no difference. All of them are saying she was 9 years old when he had sex with her, bro. Every single one is saying the same thing. Watch this. Oh, this one is good. Sahih Muslim, this is authentic, 1422c. It says, Aisha, Allah be pleased with her, reported that Allah's apostle married her when she was 7 years old, and he was taken to his house. Oh, she was taken to his house as a bride when she was 9 years old, when he slept with her, and her dolls were with her. And when he died, she was 18 years old. You think she was an adult playing with dolls at 9? Bro, she was playing with dolls, bro.
Bro, I'm saying adult meaning like when a person reaches puberty, bro. When a person reaches puberty, they're able to have kids. They consider
that doesn't make a person an adult, man.
Like how we think of adult, I'm saying like
if she bleeds, she breed, huh? If she bleeds, she breed.
That's how it was back then.
No, it wasn't, bro.
Everywhere, bro. In Africa, everywhere, bro. What you talking about, bro? Yeah, you study history. I study history abroad, bro. That's how it was everywhere.
Bro. Who cares about what other people were doing? We're talking about a prophet.
Everybody was wrong. I'm saying everybody wrong.
Good. So the prophet was wrong.
I'm pretty sure, man. Just because we don't know the history.
So guess. All right, I got you. I got you.
Point out just one flaw. You trying to point out flaws and all this.
Now let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because you know that this is still going on in certain countries, right? In certain Islamic countries.
Yeah, that shit going on right across the border in Mexico. What you talking about?
Right.
That shit going on here.
So if right, so for these people, salam, for these people, the Muslims who do this, they have a basis for doing it, right? Because their prophet did it. So as Muslims, they're saying, well, this is okay in Islam. It's okay to do this. Our prophet did it. He's the best example. Our prophet did it, so this is okay.
So you drink wine? So you drink alcohol? You drink?
Yeah, I drink alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Because Jesus turned water to wine?
Jesus turned water to wine. Jesus drank. It's all of that.
All right. Okay.
Well, so let's not run away from the issue.
No, I ain't running away. I'm just trying to make sure.
Okay. So in Islam, it is okay to sleep with young girls. This is taught in Islam because your prophet, these are the fruits of your prophet, bro.
All right, no, you know what? I'm gonna ask somebody about that. I'm gonna do me a survey of people who sleep with a 9-year-old once Muslim. I'm gonna go ask a whole bunch of Muslims this weekend where they sleep with a 9-year-old. I'm gonna get their answers. I'm gonna come back with you. You see what I'm saying? Because that's an interesting topic though. That's an interesting topic. I'm gonna go ask some people. Just out the blue about that.
Now, sure. Now, do you want to see that the Quran actually teaches and says this is okay too?
Yeah, come on. Please.
I got you. Remember you said, well, you know, they were doing it before like when they hit puberty, you know, that's, you know, they were seen as adults, right?
I mean, that's how, you know.
I'm going to show you that the Quran taught that it was okay even before they hit puberty. That's what I'm going to show you. That's what I'm going to show you, bro. And if you stay in the religion after this, I don't know what to tell you, man. if you still rocking with Muhammad after this, man, Okay, let me just see if I can zoom in on this real quick. Let's see if I can zoom in. Hold on, man. If you stay after this, man, there's a problem, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. There's a problem. All right. Hold on, let me that's not how I want it. Okay. This is the best I'm gonna get. I'm gonna hold it close so you can see it.
I see it.
Oh, you see it? Okay, for sure. All right. So this is talking about divorce. This is chapter 65, verse 4. Literally, the chapter is called, it's called talaq, which means divorce in Arabic. Okay. So this is what it says here in verse 4. It's teaching you how to divorce 3 categories of females. Okay. It says, and those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them the iddah, the prescribed period, if you have doubt, is 3 months. Now let me slow down. When it says the iddah, the prescribed period, that's a waiting period that a woman has to wait before she can move on to the next man. Okay, it's to make sure she's not pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're checking, like, for a woman who's past her menstruation, like she's menopause, so she's past the age of monthly courses, so she doesn't get periods, and you slept with her, she was your wife, you're divorcing her, and you're unsure if she might be pregnant, she's not getting periods to let you know, then her waiting period is 3 months to make sure she's not pregnant. Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. So her waiting period is 3 months. And for those who have no courses, their periods. Now, the commentator here says, i.e., they are still immature. So their understanding is they're divorcing, it says they have no courses. These are obviously, they haven't had periods yet. That's what it says. For those who have no courses, they haven't had periods yet. They're divorcing girls who haven't had their periods. Their iddah, their waiting period before they can move on to the next man, is also 3 months, like the woman in menopause. Okay. Now, and it says here, and for those who are pregnant, their iddah is until they lay down their burden, right? That's obviously until they give birth. And whoever fears Allah and keeps his duty to him, he will make his matter easy for him. Now, I don't have no problem with the third woman, the pregnant woman. I have no problem with the older one. My problem is category number 2. The females, they're divorcing who have not had their periods. The ones who are immature.
I see what you're saying.
Now, it gets worse because I want you to realize this. Because we're not just talking about marriage contracts. Oh, they married them, but maybe they didn't consummate the marriage. Nah. The fact that they have a waiting period, right? Remember, the waiting period is to make sure she's not pregnant. So the fact that the little girl who's being divorced has a waiting period means that her husband slept with her. That's why she has a waiting period. Because they're trying to make sure she's not pregnant. Let me show you that the Quran actually says this. The Quran literally actually has a verse that says this. That if you haven't touched her, she has no iddah. There is no iddah. No hiddah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yep. So you already know. But let me just for those who maybe, thinking I'm lying or something like that for them. Am I tripping? Oh, it's 49. My bad. There we go. So this is chapter 33, verse 49 of the Quran, guys. Chapter 33, verse 49 of the Quran. It says, "O you who believe, when you marry..." Oh, let me fix this. "When you marry believing women and then divorce them before you have sexual intercourse with them, no iddah have you to count for them." Now, look, it even the commentator even puts in the verse we just came from, 65:4. Like it puts that in. These two verses go together. So there is no iddah, there is no waiting period if you ain't hiddah. No hiddah, no iddah. So the reason why those little girls who have not had their periods, who have not reached puberty, have an iddah is because their husband's hiddah. They smashed. This is.
I give you that. I'm not gonna disagree with nothing. Just, you know what I'm saying? That I can't disagree with.
Yeah.
If I can disagree on this, I mean.
Yeah.
I give you that.
So, bro.
From what we seeing, I give you that. Now, if it's saying what it's saying, like I give you that. I know what I'm saying. I give you that one.
So
that one for sure.
So if you still,
let's get back on. No. Let's get back on topic for this. Well, I picked on this anyway.
No, this is the topic. This is the topic.
The topic was, is Jesus God?
No, bro. This is. You ain't. You ain't about to is Jesus God your way out of this one, man. He trying to is Jesus God your way out of it. So bro, you are funny, man. That's what.
Now, since you gave me that one, now I took that on chin. Bro, I took that one on chin. I'm gonna do like this, man. Hold on now. Okay. Well, Luke 18:18. That's why I won't go for you.
That's fine and all. But look, before we go to the Bible, and I want to, because I want to be fair, I want you to bring up your objections to the Bible and deal with it, because you're dealing with Islam. I want to deal with the Bible. So we'll do that. But first, I gotta hear you, man.
What's up, bro?
I gotta hear you, man.
What's up? Well, you know I would say that wrong, bro. You know I would say that outline, bro. This thing, no, come on.
So with this being in what you consider the word of God, and you know that this is wrong, you know that this can't be from God, right?
I mean, I'm gonna say this in all confidence, bro. With the Bible and the Quran, bro, throughout history, bro, I know that man had played a part in the original. In how can I say this? Twisting up and messing with the originality of both texts, bro. So I don't know. I'm not saying, look, that right there was kind of like, man, hold on, long ass. So I don't know, like, I mean, I took that one on chin, bro.
I don't want you to just take it out on the chin.
People up tomorrow about that right there. I'm calling people up about that one tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, they could have kind of threw me for. I ain't never seen that in that light like that, bro. I'm taking right there for something.
So I don't just want you to take it on the chin, man. Like this, you know, if you watch me, bro, I don't do this for got you points. I don't care about that. I care about truth and understanding. I don't want you to just be like, yeah, you know what, you got me on this. I want you to have the conviction and understanding that this cannot possibly be the word of God. It can't.
Okay.
Not teaching this stuff. Remember, we was talking about the fruits. What did we go over? The consistency. Muhammad is not in line with how God reveals his message, with how the angels and God experience prophets, come to the prophets, different from how Muhammad.
Bro, I ain't trying to cut you off. I'm getting a call right now. I gotta go for real.
You better. Oh man.
I'll be there to the cross of all these right now.
Man.
No, bro. Hey, this was a good conversation, though, bro. I like this, bro.
Man.
Luke 18:18, bro. Luke 18:18,
man.
Bro. Now I give you a kudos, bro. Y'all follow, bro. Give him his likes and stuff, bro. Send bro some roses, bro. But at the same time, bro, I'm gonna just stand where I stand there for right now. Do my little research. I think like, what? After that,
bro, leave this religion. Get out of there, man.
I'm gonna be back on here, bro. I'm gonna mess with you, though, bro. I gotta go right now.
All right.
Peace, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
All right, peace.